Canvas pulled up, and I'm on the week breakdowns, whatnot. And on the right, I do have my Notion page. So we're gonna do a real example of like how I actually would set up for tomorrow's lecture, which is Wednesday. Today's Tuesday. Before I just jump into that real quick, I just want to show you what I was talking about earlier, how if I click right here, these three dots, it shows that the load limit is 10. So it's going to show me a max of 10 pages, and anything more you'd have to actually load. The reason I put it at 10 is just because, like, I mean, you can change it. There's like 25, 50 or whatnot. But the reason I leave it at 10 is because, like, this section is really for me to add information. It's not really for me to view it. So, like, when I go into, like, my blogs or, like, you know, my quick links, like, that's when, like, I want to see more information. Plus, I'm able to, in these sections, I'm actually able to filter things and sort things. In here, it's literally just an inbox. There's no different view. There's no like specific filter or whatnot. So it's really just kind of like where you want to throw all of your notes and information and all that stuff. So let's kind of start this. I'm gonna just change this. Cool. Just want to get a little bit more space here. And so again, we're gonna start off by hitting new, and I'm doing the next lecture. So we have Intro to Physio by Amanda Miller. Okay, so I'll paste that in here. And I'm going to go to the next one. Again, you could do it by keyboard. It's a lot faster, but I'll go ahead and use my mouse just for so you guys can actually visualize the clicks. So what is this going to be? This is going to be a lecture note. What block is this? We know it's summer, and I'll click out of here. And then I don't know the media, and I haven't started it yet. So now I'm going to open it as a page. And again, just so we're on the same page, I'm in Material Hub, I'm in Inbox, and now I'm going to open this page up. And I can expand it. Now you'll see here it says 8 more properties. So this is if you want to view the properties, you can actually view them. Usually I'll open this up when I want to add what type of media I ended up inputting in here. So I'll hide these for now just for the view. And now again, we have some different templates. So you can create your own template. I can help you out with that. But these are some of the templates that I've created. So for like lecture, I'll click on the lecture version and you'll see some things change. Now, the most like something that might be a little bit obvious to you is like the format and the size of the font changed. And so every time you open a new page, I actually go to these 3 dots and I do use the small text and full width. That's a personal preference. I like the full width, especially because I get to see more information. There's also different fonts that you can use. So for those who are interested in that, you can kind of play with that. Now, when you do create a template, whatever kind of style font you use and the small text and the width, like that's also going to be saved. So again, I have it set up to how I like it. You can kind of change it to your preferences. Anyways, so this is my lecture template. And so that reminds me, okay, I have to check, do I have any pre-work, learning objectives, or lecture notes? Again, we kind of talked about this, but if I don't have any pre-work, I could just click on the 6 dots and just say delete, or I can just highlight these sections and hit delete. But I think we do have pre-work. So we have some osmosis videos. So I'll probably do like video notes on that. So I might go like osmosis video notes. I can kind of create it like that. So it's kind of like easy to see. A little bit more advanced technique, which I really like, is to actually create a page. And something you'll find with Notion is something you will find in Notion is that you can create a page within a page within a page. So I'm gonna hit backslash, I'm gonna hit page, and now it's gonna create a brand new page, and I can title this Osmosis Videos. And again, I am just going to, I don't have like any template here, but I'm just gonna change this. And now I can kind of do like, I could break it down by like videos, right? Like cell membrane, and then have like, notes here. And, if I want to do like questions like what is a cell membrane and what's contained in it, blah, blah, blah. So that's like one thing that you can do. Yeah, basically I would kind of like do that. So I won't waste you guys' time, but I'm going to go back. So you have 2 options. You can either do it as a toggle, and so just write literally osmosis video notes, open that toggle, and then just take all your notes here. You can use bullet points too, right? You can do sub bullets and whatnot. So you can do that, or you can have it in a new page. Now, again, I think the new page is a little bit more advanced. It's not that crazy really, but if you do have to do that, then and you're using this kind of style where you're using the toggles and like filling them in, you can export this to Anki. So if you're interested in that, I don't think video notes I'll end up using an on key. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen them yet, so who knows? But that's just so you know you have all your options. And then learning objectives. So with learning objectives, again, I have already added those to my material hub, and I don't rewrite them here. What I actually do is write it in its own own page. And so let's say I want to link a page. What I'm first going to have to do is figure out what I called the objectives for this one. And so to do that, I'm going to actually open a new page. And so one thing that's cool about Notion is just like how you open Chrome, I can go Command N and open a brand new one. I can do that with Notion too. Command Shift N, and then you'll see now you have two. So it's Command Shift N, just so we're clear. Okay, so now I have that, and I'll go to just Chapa here, and I'll look at my objectives. So let's say we're weeks in. It's probably going to be hard to do that. So actually, scratch that. Your recent stuff will always be close to the top, so you won't have to do what I was about to say. But yeah, so I'll figure it out. So I think it is this one. Introduction to Physio. Yeah, so these are the learning objectives, and I'm just going to copy this, right? I'm going to copy this title, and I'm going to come to my learning objectives, and I'm going to link it. So I'm going to go / and I'm going to type in link. So it says link to an existing page. So I'll click on that. And now it's going to say select page. So you can search by just typing in the title. And so I'm going to click on this one. So this is the shared one, is the template I've created for you guys. So you're only going to have one. So whatever the template, if you rename it, that name will be here, just so you guys know. But that's why there's two on my end. There should only be one on your end. So I'm going to hit Chapa. And now you'll see when I did that, I got this little icon that says I can click here, and basically now I'm in the learning objectives, and then I can go back, and it's just so I can have everything in one place, really, if I so wish to choose. And then just so you guys know, so this right here, this is actually just if you can I'll go back, you can see this is just the learning objective. I can open this up, and so now let's say I'm filling in my information, and I want to see the lecture notes or something. You see there's this little backlink that auto-generated when I did this. So if I click backlink, I click right here, and it'll take me back. So that's kind of I guess a little nifty and something I do enjoy. All right, so I'll just close this for now. We don't need it. And then we have lecture notes. Again, lecture notes is going to be up to you how you want to add them in. Whether that is, it doesn't matter what software you're using. I'm talking about Notability, OneNote, Evernote, GoodNotes, anything, any note-taking thing you use, whatever. Just convert that to a PDF is my best recommendation, and then hit backslash PDF, and then you can embed it in here. Okay. Now, if you have a software that actually does gives you a website link to access your notes, you can you should be able to integrate them in here. And I'll show you, GoodNotes actually added that, and I'll do a separate video or segment on just how you can do that, because it's really nifty in that if I make any, so I'll upload my notes here, but let's say I add some notes, or I add information, or I just I draw on it, it's going to also update here without me having to re-upload my notes. So again, a little bit, it sounds confusing, but it's really straightforward once you've actually seen it. But yeah, so I'll actually go in here, and so now I know I have, so I can do, so it's not a textbook, but for media, I have, let's see, I will have a GoodNotes file, I know that for sure, some Notion notes if I choose to do this, and then yeah, and then pre-work for sure. So I'll have pre-work too. So that's just for me. I like to know what's in the file. It makes it a little easier on me. Again, media, you don't have to fill out. Now you might have noticed the textbook one, that's for reading notes. So I'll kind of show you that one next, but let me close this up. But yeah, that's how I do my lectures and kind of how I stay organized. So I'll go back to my homepage, and you can see that we have this added. Anytime you see this icon, that means you didn't add a photo or anything. So you can go up here and you can add a photo. Let's go with the petri dish, and then you can also add a cover, which I don't do, but if you want to be a little fancier and stuff, you can go ahead and like throw in covers, but I don't really use those. Okay, so I'll also scroll up here and you could see that it's already been added as well. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it, I guess. Let me show you reading notes real quick. Again, I'm going to go to my material hub. I'll click, let me just get a bigger view here. I'll go with a new one. I'll say like, I don't know, let's say we did chapter, actually I'll just show you chapter 3 since this is mine. So I added chapter 3, I did all of these, and then I've already marked it as done because I've completed it. Again, you don't need this section, you could simply hide it. Just, hide it. If you're unable to like right click and hide, it means the table is locked. Actually, let me see, does this one? Yeah, the table might be locked, so you just go into these 3 and then you can unlock it. Again, it's up to you what you want to do. Okay, so yeah, so this is the section, and so I'll open it up and you'll see I have my annotated reading notes. So what I actually do is I take my PDF and I only export like a copy that includes just the material that we have to read. So this is chapter 3, and then these are my reading notes. And yeah, so like I do it in the style because I was doing Anki, so I'll kind of show you. Let me just make one real quick so you can kind of see where I got all that format. So reading, and then I'm just going to skip all this stuff, but you guys would fill it out. But I'm going to open it up here and you can see chapter reading. So I'll click on chapter reading. It's going to change the format and it's going to basically give me the sections that I need. So here I have reading notes, and again, I can kind of write stuff and just continue to do that. Just so you know, for adding toggles, you can just hold shift and then the less than sign and hit space and it changes it. The other way to do that is like to click anywhere, hold these dots and hit turn into, and you could turn it into a toggle list is what they call it, okay? And then I have a little checklist that I'll eventually delete like once I've done it, but like, so here's like the backlink. So I just remind myself that like if I did have reading, let's say for a lecture, I like will link the page exactly how I did for, what is it called, for this one, right? So pre-work, if there's any reading, I'll write like, I'll do like this page thing, right? I can link it. Hopefully that makes sense. So like I say, let me just give you guys an example of reading and what is it, physio. Okay, copy this, and so I'll go in here and make sure I create a backlink by saying like, let's say we were assigned reading for physio, so I'm just gonna grab this here. If you ever can't find that you can can't type anywhere, just go all the way to the bottom, and just now that you can type, you can hold these 6 dots, scroll it up, and just type here. So, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to write page, not PDF, because I'm not or actually, sorry, just to make it easier, I'll say link. There's like multiple ways you can access things, that's why. So you could do link, and it says link to an existing page. I'm going to click on that, and now I could search for the page, and I know my page is called Reading Physio. That's the one. I'll click on it, and so now if I click on Reading Physio, it takes me there, and now I can see I've created a backlink, so I can check off that I did my backlink. And then with my Anki deck, basically, I'll just kind of create an Anki deck based on these reading notes. So yeah, that is, I think that's pretty much it. Let me just go back to the template one. So yeah, we pretty much talked about some big things here. That's like the general overview, and honestly, like as you use it more, you'll be more familiar. It can be overwhelming when you first see it, but that's because you've never you haven't used it enough to actually make it a habit and be like, oh, wow, this is really easy. For example, all my lecture notes from pharm and the clinical thing, all those lectures, I did everything that I needed to do. And by that, I mean add it to the material hub and update everything. I was able to do that all within the class time. So it didn't take time outside of class. It was pretty quick. So yeah, that is pretty much it for Notion. It might be a little bit lengthy, but hopefully you were able to kind of increase my playback speed and just watch it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And yeah, good luck. And I'm excited to go on this this journey with you for the next few years, and hopefully this can give us some organization in our life. But yeah, I guess I want to end off by saying that some people might not like this, and that's totally cool. Like, I I was not as organized as I was until like a couple years back. So, like the old me would be like, this is just not needed. But new me likes this, and again, it's personal preference. But yeah, have a good one.